Welcome to Hollywood 1960s TV, where the legends of classic television still ride through time. Before the Big Valley became one of the defining Western dramas of the 1960s, the Barkley family brought audiences into a world of power, loyalty, land, and loss. Behind the Grand Ranch and the sweeping California frontier were actors whose lives carried triumphs, heartbreaks, and unforgettable screen legacies. Tonight, we return to the Big Valley and remember the cast who gave this Western its strength, elegance, and heart. Jared Barkley is reason in a world ruled by dust and violence, the eldest son whose strength comes from intelligence, restraint, and a deep belief in justice. Played by Richard Long, born in 1927 in Chicago, Illinois, Jared became the calm moral voice of the Big Valley when the series premiered in 1965. Long was 38 at the time, and he gave the role a polished authority that balanced the fire of the Barkley household. As a lawyer, Jared often fought with words before weapons, standing for fairness when anger or revenge threatened to take over. His performance gave the family its intellectual center, a man loyal to blood, but guided by principle. Richard Long had already built a strong career in film and television before the series, but Jared became one of his most lasting roles. He passed away in 1974 at 47. His Jared remains dignified, thoughtful, and forever devoted to justice. Nick Barkley is thunder on horseback, a rancher whose temper burns hot, but whose loyalty to family runs even deeper. Played by Peter Breck, born in 1929 in Rochester, New York, Nick brought raw energy and emotional force to the Big Valley. Breck was 36 when the series premiered in 1965, and he made Nick impossible to ignore. Loud, passionate, stubborn, and always ready to defend the Barkley name. Yet beneath the booming voice and rugged exterior was a man with a wounded heart and fierce devotion to those he loved. Nick worked because he balanced danger with tenderness, anger with honor, and masculinity with feeling. Breck's performance gave the series one of its most memorable forces, perfectly contrasting Jared's calm and Heath's quiet resilience. He passed away in 2012 at 82. His Nick Barkley remains bold, fiery, and unforgettable, the beating pulse of the Barkley Ranch. Victoria Barkley is grace with iron beneath it, the matriarch whose calm voice could steady a family, command a room, and face danger without flinching. Played by Barbara Stanwyck, born in 1907 in Brooklyn, New York, Victoria became the elegant force at the center of the Big Valley. Stanwyck was 58 when the series premiered in 1965, and she brought decades of screen mastery into every scene. Victoria was not written as fragile or decorative. She was a mother, leader, landowner, and moral authority in a world that constantly tested her strength. Stanwyck gave her compassion without softness, power without cruelty, and dignity that made the Barkley name feel earned. Already one of Hollywood's greatest actresses, she brought prestige and emotional weight to television Western drama. She passed away in 1990, at 82. Her Victoria remains majestic, fearless, and forever the heart of the Barkley family. Silas is dignity in quiet service, a loyal presence whose warmth helped make the Barkley mansion feel like more than wealth and power. Played by Napoleon Whiting, born in 1910 in Mississippi, Silas brought gentleness, steadiness, and humanity to the Big Valley. Whiting was 55 when the series premiered in 1965, and his performance gave the household a deeper emotional texture. Silas was not a man of grand speeches, yet his presence mattered. He carried loyalty, patience, and a watchful understanding of the family he served. In moments of tension, his calm support reminded viewers that homes are held together not only by blood, but by trust, devotion, and daily acts of care. Whiting's portrayal gave Silas quiet grace in a television era that often limited roles for Black performers. He passed away in 1984 at 74. His Silas remains gentle, honorable, and deeply woven into the Barkley legacy. Sheriff Fred Madden is the law with a steady hand, a man trusted to keep order in Stockton when frontier justice became complicated and dangerous. Played by Douglas Kennedy, born in 1915 in New York City, Sheriff Madden became one of the Big Valley's dependable figures. Kennedy was 50 when the series premiered in 1965, and he brought the role a firm, grounded authority. Madden was not flashy, but that was exactly why he worked. He represented the difficult balance between the written law and the harsh realities of the Old West, often standing near the Barkleys when trouble moved from family conflict into public crisis. Kennedy's performance gave Stockton a sense of structure, reminding viewers that even powerful families existed within a larger community. He built a long career across film and television, especially in westerns and dramas. He passed away in 1973 at 57. His Sheriff Madden remains reliable, fair, and quietly essential. Barney is the working rhythm of the ranch, a dependable hand whose loyalty helps make the Barkley land feel alive beyond the main family. Played by Walker Edmiston, born in 1926 in New York City, Barney added warmth and authenticity to the Big Valley. Edmiston was 39 when the series premiered in 1965, and he gave supporting roles the kind of lived-in honesty that classic television needed. Barney may not stand at the center of every conflict, but characters like him give a Western its daily heartbeat. Men who work, watch, help, and stay loyal when danger reaches the ranch. Edmiston's career stretched far beyond acting in front of the camera. He became especially respected for voice work, bringing life to many characters across television and entertainment. He passed away in 2007 at 81. His Barney remains a modest but meaningful part of the Barkley world, steady, familiar, and true. The Doctor is comfort in a crisis, a calm figure whose knowledge and compassion brought healing into the harsh world surrounding Stockton. Played by Bill Quinn, born in 1912 in New York City, the Doctor gave the Big Valley a quiet sense of care. Quinn was 53 when the series premiered in 1965, and his performance carried the reassuring presence of a man people could trust when fear entered the room. In a Western filled with violence, injury, and moral conflict, the Doctor represents another kind of courage, the patience to heal, the steadiness to listen, and the wisdom to remain calm when others cannot. Quinn had a long career across stage, film, and television, often bringing sincerity to roles that required warmth and authority. He passed away in 1994, at 81. His Doctor remains part of the show's softer foundation, a healer in a world that often needed one. Amos Farrell is loyalty shaped by hard work, a ranch hand whose strength comes from dependability rather than attention. Played by Kevin Hagen, born in 1928 in Los Angeles, California, Amos brought a grounded frontier presence to the Big Valley. Hagen was 37 when the series premiered in 1965, and he gave the character the sincerity of a man who understood duty from the inside. Amos is not remembered because he seeks glory, but because he belongs to the working world that keeps the Barkley Ranch alive. Through roles like this, Hagen showed his gift for making supporting characters feel authentic, capable, and emotionally believable. He later became especially beloved as Doc Baker on Little House on the Prairie, another role built on compassion and steadiness. He passed away in 2005 at 77. His Amos remains loyal, hardworking, and quietly honorable. Doc Saxton is trust in human form, a physician whose steady presence reminds us that frontier towns survived through care as much as courage. Played by John Lormer, born in 1906 in Canton, Ohio, Doc Saxton brought calm wisdom to the Big Valley. Lormer was 61 when he first appeared in the role in 1967, and he gave the character a worn, compassionate authority. In a world where violence could arrive suddenly, Doc Saxton stood for patience, skill, and the fragile hope that people could still be saved. His scenes added community texture, showing that Stockton was not only a place of ranchers, lawmen, and outlaws, but also of healers who carried the burden after the guns fell silent. Lormer worked widely across television, film, and theater, often lending depth to small but memorable roles. He passed away in 1986, at 79. His Doc Saxton remains steady, kind, and quietly reassuring. Hen Matson is quiet loyalty on the edge of conflict, a man whose value lies in steadiness, integrity, and the trust he earns from those around him. Played by Richard Anderson, born in 1926 in Long Branch, New Jersey, Hen brought a composed, dependable presence to the Big Valley. Anderson was 40 when he first appeared in the role in 1966, and he had the polished authority that made even supporting characters feel important. Hen's place in the Barkley world reflects the strength of people who stand close to powerful families without needing to dominate the story. He offers support, judgment, and a moral steadiness that helps ground the drama. Anderson later became widely known as Oscar Goldman in The $6 Million Man and The Bionic Woman, connecting him to another major television legacy. He passed away in 2017 at 91. His Hen Matson remains calm, loyal, and quietly memorable. Clovis is tension walking into the room, a complicated figure whose unpredictability gives the Big Valley a sharper dramatic edge. Played by Bruce Dern, born in 1936 in Chicago, Illinois, Clovis allowed Dern to show the uneasy intensity that would later define so much of his career. Dern was 30 when he first appeared in the role, and he gave the character a restless, dangerous energy. Clovis belongs to the kind of Western story where motives are not always clean, and people do not always reveal who they are until pressure exposes them. Dern's gift was making uncertainty feel alive. Even in a guest role, he could suggest anger, pain, and menace beneath the surface. He went on to become one of American cinema's great character actors, known for complex and often unsettling performances. In 2026, Bruce Dern is 90. His Clovis remains intense, troubled, and unmistakably Dern. Court is rugged uncertainty, a man who carries danger, pride, and moral conflict in equal measure. Played by L.Q. Jones, born in 1927 in Beaumont, Texas, Court brought the weathered toughness of a true Western character actor to the Big Valley. Jones was 39 when he first appeared in the role, and he had the kind of screen presence that instantly suggested a hard life lived close to trouble. Court works because he does not feel simple. He belongs to a world where loyalty can shift, choices can cut deeply, and survival often leaves scars on the conscience. Jones built a long career playing rough-edged men in westerns and dramas, and he became closely associated with the genre's harsher, more complex side. He passed away in 2022 at 94. His Court remains tough, unpredictable, and carved from the dust of classic Western television. Father Esteban is moral calm in a violent world, a priest whose compassion gives the Big Valley a voice of faith, forgiveness, and human dignity. Played by Robert Carnes, born in 1917 in Paducah, Kentucky, Father Esteban brought spiritual steadiness to the series. Carnes was 48 when he first appeared in the role in 1965, and he gave the character a quiet authority, rooted not in force, but in conscience. In stories shaped by land disputes, family loyalty, and frontier justice, Father Esteban represents another path: counsel, mercy, and the belief that people can still choose what is right. Carnes had a long career across film and television, often playing men of duty, law, and responsibility. His performance as Father Esteban added depth to the show's moral landscape. He passed away in 1979 at 62. His Father Esteban remains wise, gentle, and deeply humane. Handy is the dignity of labor, a hard-working man whose loyalty and sincerity make him feel like part of the living fabric of the Barkley Ranch. Played by James Whitmore, born in 1921 in White Plains, New York, Handy brought warmth and conviction to the Big Valley. Whitmore was 44 when the series premiered in 1965, and he had the rare ability to make even a supporting role feel fully human. Handy is not defined by glamour or power, but by usefulness, effort, and devotion to the people around him. That kind of character matters in a Western, because ranches and towns are built not only by heroes, but by workers who show up every day. Whitmore's career across stage, film, and television became widely respected for its emotional honesty and strength. He passed away in 2009 at 87. His Handy remains sincere, grounded, and quietly noble. The sheriff is order under pressure, a no-nonsense lawman whose presence brings authority to a town where trouble is never far away. Played by Ken Lynch, born in 1910 in New York City, the sheriff added a firm and familiar layer to the Big Valley. Lynch was 54 when the series premiered in 1965, and he brought the role a hard-edged credibility shaped by years of playing policemen, officials, and men of command. His sheriff is not there for flash. He is there to hold the line when tension rises and justice has to be protected. Lynch's performance gives Stockton another piece of its structure, reminding viewers that the Barkleys operate within a community shaped by law, duty, and public consequence. Across his career, Lynch became one of television's reliable authority figures. He passed away in 1990 at 79. His sheriff remains firm, practical, and dependable. Simon Carter is ambition with a polished edge, a man whose intelligence makes him dangerous when principle gives way to self-interest. Played by James Gregory, born in 1911 in the Bronx, New York, Simon brought calculation and pressure to the Big Valley. Gregory was 54 when the series premiered in 1965, and he had a commanding presence that could turn a conversation into a contest of wills. Simon works because he is not merely loud or openly villainous. He is sharp, strategic, and driven by the kind of ambition that threatens families, communities, and moral order from behind respectable words. Gregory's career was filled with memorable authority figures, businessmen, politicians, soldiers, and antagonists, each marked by his distinctive voice and forceful delivery. He passed away in 2002 at 90. His Simon Carter remains calculating, forceful, and memorable as a challenge to Barkley values. Ezra is wisdom weathered by time, a figure whose presence suggests old roads, hard lessons, and a moral code learned through experience. Played by Royal Dano, born in 1922 in New York City, Ezra gave the Big Valley one of those unmistakable character faces that classic television never forgot. Dano was 42 when the series premiered in 1965, and he brought a haunted authenticity to every role he touched. Ezra feels like a man shaped by land, memory, and survival, someone who understands that truth in the West is rarely simple. Dano's distinctive voice and solemn manner made him especially powerful in Westerns, where his characters often seemed to carry history inside them. Across film and television, he became one of the genre's most recognizable supporting performers. He passed away in 1994 at 71. His Ezra remains wise, weathered, and quietly unforgettable. Burke Jordan is ambition shadowed by conflict, a man driven forward by desire, yet never free from the human cost of his choices. Played by Fritz Weaver, born in 1926 in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Burke brought intelligence and emotional complexity to the Big Valley. Weaver was 41 when he first appeared in the role in 1967, and he gave the character a thoughtful intensity that made him more than a simple antagonist. Burke works because his flaws feel human. He is determined, complicated, and sometimes trapped by his own decisions, creating tension not only with the Barkleys but within himself. Weaver's career stretched across theater, film, and television, where he became respected for elegant, layered performances and a commanding voice. He passed away in 2016, at 90. His Burke Jordan remains driven, conflicted, and memorable, as a man wrestling with the consequences of ambition. Belle Bleeck is charm with a hidden blade, a strong-willed woman whose beauty and wit make her both fascinating and dangerous. Played by Marlon Mason, born in 1940 in Los Angeles, California, Belle brought a lively spark to the Big Valley. Mason was 26 when she first appeared in the role in 1966, and she gave Belle more than surface glamour. The character is clever, persuasive, and emotionally layered, using charm not simply to attract attention, but to shape the world around her. In a Western often ruled by men with land, guns, and power, Belle's strength comes from intelligence, presence, and the ability to read people quickly. Mason's performance showed her skill at blending vulnerability with confidence. Her career continued across television, film, and stage, with a long creative life beyond one role. In 2026, Marlon Mason is 86. Her Belle remains sharp, intriguing, and unforgettable. Heath Barkley is belonging earned through pain, a quiet outsider who enters the Barkley world carrying pride, wounds, and the need to be recognized as family. Played by Lee Majors, born in 1939 in Wyandotte, Michigan, Heath became one of the Big Valley's most compelling figures when the series premiered in 1965. Majors was 26 at the time, and he gave the role a restrained intensity that made every silence meaningful. Heath does not demand acceptance with speeches. He proves himself through courage, loyalty, and the hard dignity of a man who has survived being unwanted. His journey gave the series emotional depth, turning the Barkley Ranch into a place where blood, honor, and identity could collide. After the show, Majors became a television icon through The $6 Million Man and The Fall Guy. In 2026, Lee Majors is 87. His Heath remains strong, wounded, and unforgettable. Audra Barkley is youth with a brave heart, the daughter of a powerful family who brings beauty, compassion, and emotional courage into the Barkley story. Played by Linda Evans, born in 1942 in Hartford, Connecticut, Audra became one of the Big Valley's brightest presences. Evans was 22 when the series premiered in 1965, and she gave Audra more than softness or charm. Audra could be sheltered, but she was never empty. She often faced danger, heartbreak, and moral challenges with a courage that grew stronger over time. Her kindness helped balance the harder edges of her brothers, while her loyalty to Victoria and the family gave the show tenderness. After the Big Valley, Evans became a major television star again through Dynasty, creating another iconic role for a new generation. In 2026, Linda Evans is 84. Her Audra remains graceful, spirited, and forever part of the Barkley heart. And that is why the Big Valley still holds a proud place in classic television history. It was more than a Western about ranches, riders, and frontier conflict. It was a story of family strength, moral courage, and the people who stood beside the Barkleys through danger and loss. Some of these stars are still with us in 2026, while many others have taken their final bow, but their performances continue to ride through memory. If this journey through classic television touched your heart, please like, subscribe, and stay with Hollywood 1960s TV, where the legends of the Golden Age live on.